Well, look, we're in the home services business. We've been operating now for over 20 years, originally in UK, in Australia now for about 8 years. We're about to go through an expansion process. We've always been very systemic in how we run our business, but we're going through a digital process to turn those systems into a digital, and we needed to develop, an application for doing that. We went through a number of different companies that we looked at, had a number of different interviews, and that's how we came across the DevReady process. So what attracted us to Aerion is that during the interview, a couple of things. One is, chemistry was really important for me. I had good rapport with the guys. They really took time to understand the business, which was really important to me. And most important for me is I liked the logical process that they have, the DevReady process, as they called it. I thought that was, really good. It kind of resonated with me because it's our approach on how we do everything that we do. Look, our experience to date has proven that we made the right decision. Both the guys took the time to come into the business and immerse themselves in what we did and how we did it to get to understand the business. We went through creating in Figma all of the kind of screenshots and so on. That was really helpful because it helped us to understand exactly what we needed, and they came up with some really good ideas. And look, to date, we're going through the delivery process. We're on track. In fact, we're ahead of schedule. We're very happy with the results that we've got so far, and I can see that we're going to have a good long-term relationship. Look, it's probably a well-known phrase in your industry, but when I heard the expression dev ready, that just summed it up for me. What we were looking to do is to get ourselves to that point where we could see exactly the architectural plans, I call it, right before we actually started development. That appealed to me, and it allowed me to put my toe in the water and get into a relationship, with the company, before we start development. The good news is the experience was so good, we went the whole hog, and now we're actually developing the product. What you did, it was a very systemic approach to how, if you remember when you came in, the fact finding, the process was a very systemic, process. And so that's my life. That's what I do. So I thought, wow, this is the first time. Look, a lot of companies that came to see me that are in IT are probably really good from a technical point of view, but they couldn't articulate to me with surety or with confidence that I could see that they could get us to where we needed to get to. But you guys did that, and that really worked for me. The good experience was this: that in the discovery that we went through, the discovery wasn't where I was just talking, you're taking notes, then you go away, then you come back with what you've got. We actually had Figma up on the screen there, and you're doing it live while we're doing it. I'm going, no, move that across, no, put that, or let's put that back. And we could actually create it live. Well, that was a good time saver for backwards and forwards, but also what I felt is that at the end of it, you really got to understand the business, why do we need those property? What's that? Why do you need that there? Why are the goals I see? Because they go out and they're going to do it this way. And what that meant was that then you could actually start generating ideas and say, actually, Russ, what you need there is that drop down so they can click here and do it quicker. And I thought, wow, that's great. We do want that, I think the Figma, you're typing away there while you're doing it up there. Well, I know it's fantastic, isn't it? Because you can see it on there. Look at that. Now move that. Put it back. Can you make that red? That's no good. Make it green. Like to do that as opposed to an email. Listen, can you make that quick? Go backwards and forward like that. You just want to say, geez, let's lock ourselves in a room for a couple of hours and get it through. I think that worked for us. And it gave me a bit of insight into how you worked, And look, experience to date, and one of the other things for me was that, how you responded when I had that particular challenge. That was a big thing for me because obviously that was like, how do we do that? And, you kind of went over the top with that, which was great. I really appreciate it, and come up with a solution. Touch wood, we didn't have to use that, but you were here in the morning when it was macchiato or stress, and we went down the coffee shop, which was good. So to me, that kind of, created a bit of a bond there that said, right, great. So that kind of gives you the confidence to say, look, whatever happens, whatever we're doing in the future, whatever obstacles we come up with, why we can't do something, we'll find out a way how we're going to fix that. And that's what every business person wants, isn't it? Buy shares in this company now, and if you don't, you'll regret it. DevReady, it's the way to go.